Thanks for viewing this video. This is the third episode on my favorite museum of Rome, Centrale Montemartini. Today I'm starting with something very precious, and I'm not talking about jewelry or gems, but a little doll, a very special doll. On the 10th of May, 1889, during the construction of the courthouse in today's Piazza Cavour, there was an incredible discovery. Two sarcophagi, coffins, placed next to each other. They belong to Crepereia Tryphaena and Crepereio Euhodus. Tryphaena was a young girl. We don't know her exact age, but as inside of the coffin we've discovered 4 golden rings, one with the name Philetus engraved. Probably she was a young bride, or a girl who was soon to be married, and Philetus was her future husband. Her coffin was a treasure box. Inside they found a crown of leaves with silver clasp, a gold necklace with pendants, a pair of earrings with pearls, instruments for weaving made of amber, a gold brooch, 4 golden rings, an ivory box, 2 combs made of bone, 2 silver mirrors, and the doll, the famous doll of Crepereia Tryphaena, made of ivory, perfectly preserved. It's more or less the size of a Barbie doll. You could say it's the Barbie of 1900 years ago. This is not the only ancient doll we've found. Rich Roman girls liked playing with dolls. But this one is extraordinary. You could bend her arms and legs. Her hairstyle is typical of mid-2nd century, introduced by the Empress Faustina the Elder and her daughter Faustina the Younger. So she's a very trendy doll. Have you noticed the tiny golden ring on her left-hand finger? Just incredible. It's shaped as a key. These key-shaped rings were the must-haves of the many Roman girls. The Crepereia was a family of wealthy freedmen, guessing from the name, originating from Egypt or Syria. The doll was probably made in Alexandria, Egypt, by an extremely skilled artisan. I bet all of her friends died of envy when they saw her doll. Imagine the doll with little gorgeous dresses. Now she lays all naked, looking a bit bored. You're all aware that underneath today's Rome lays the ancient city, right? So discoveries of ruins and ancient objects are everyday news. But when in 1925, during the demolition of a medieval church, when they found this enormous head, well, it was a true surprise for everyone. I guess Rome is where you expect the unexpected. Not only the head, but also the right arm and the feet. Compare the size with my foot. The archaeological investigation brought to light the presence of a holy space dating back to the Republican period, with 4 temples from the 3rd to 2nd century before Christ, and also part of a theater constructed by Pompey. The 4 temples were named Temple A, B, C, and D. But as studies progress, today we know details of these temples. These pieces belong to Temple B, which was built in 101 before Christ. Dedicated to Fortuna Wiwisce Diei, the goddess of fortune, to be precise, the fortune of this day. The calendar was something very important for the Romans. This goddess was celebrated on a specific date, July the 30th. The temple was constructed by Quintus Lutatius Catulus after the victory of the Battle of Vercelli in North Italy between the Romans and Germanic tribes, fought on the 30th of July, 101 before Christ. For sure, it was an acrylic statue, which means body parts in marble and drapery in bronze, probably gold-gilded. We're not sure if she was standing or sitting, however, was very tall, around 8 meters. Later on, during the Empire period, many colossals, huge statues, were made. For example, you'd have heard of the 4th century acrylic statue of Constantine, which was found at the Roman Forum, today visible in the courtyard of the Capitoline museums. Just last week, they put this live-scale reconstructed Colossus of Constantine in the garden behind the Capitoline museums. 13 meters of height, absolutely worth stopping by. But guys, this one is from the 2nd century before Christ, 400 years before Constantine. Back then, there weren't many statues of this importance. Look, she even had earrings. Check the earlobes. These pieces alone deserve a private room of its own, right? Instead, she's squeezed into this tight corner. Unfortunately, Roman museums are rather crowded, so have patience, everyone. Among the many sculptures of gods and non-gods, this one is strange, isn't it? It's not a soldier without a head. In effect, it's nobody. It's an armor hung on a tree. You read here, a military trophy. A trophy is a monument built on the field after winning a battle, piling up the armor of the captured or the dead enemy soldiers. Let's say it's a particular installation to commemorate a war victory. Usually the armor are hung upon a tree or a large stake made to resemble a warrior. Underneath it, weapons and shields were laid. The word trophy derives from the Greek word toropaion, indicating war trophies such as banners, arms, even human body parts. It's a Greek tradition popular among the Romans as well. If you pay attention, this motif can be found in many different objects. Statues, coffins, reliefs, even on coins. But an example like this one is quite rare. Check the beautiful trunk. And there's more. This symbol of victory from 2,000 years ago originally had bronze weapons inserted into the marble structure. It must have been gorgeous. In this video, we've checked 3 objects, each one very different from the other, but they do have something in common. They were all found within the city center of Rome. This city is an immense time capsule full of surprises. And I wonder how many other treasures will be found, hopefully in the near future. Goodbye for now from the never-ending city, Rome. If you liked the video, let your friends know about me. There is nothing like the word of mouth. I don't make any money from my channel, and I can only make 5-6 videos per year. Still, I will continue to make quality videos for you. To subscribe, all you need to do is press the pink circle. You shall be receiving notification every time I publish new videos, which means 5 or 6 times a year. Make sure your notification is turned on your device. Thank you so much for your time and support.